I recently wrote an article over on my stack called The Woman Who Has It All and Why You Don't. And I just wanted to share a little bit of it with you here. I think it's really good. I mean, I could be a little biased. You know her. She walks into the room and the energy shifts. She's wearing something that costs more than your rent and somehow makes it look effortless. Her skin glows, her posture is perfect. She speaks with authority, and people listen. She has money, she has power, she has love, position, she has life. And you've been trying to figure out what she has that you don't. So let me tell you, it's not what you think it is. It's not better strategies. It's not a secret morning routine. It's not some manifestation technique that you haven't learned yet, or maybe you hadn't because you hadn't been connected to me. What she has is something that you've been trained to reject, and that is unapologetic entitlement. Not the toxic kind, the kind that says, "This is mine and I don't need to explain why." The woman who has it all believes she deserves it, not intellectually, somatically, in her bones, in the way she moves through the world. She doesn't question whether she should charge that much. She doesn't wonder if she's too much. She doesn't wonder what the people will think if she takes up space. She decided she was worthy, and then she never revisited the decision. You're still asking for permission. You're asking for permission to charge more, want more, to be visible, to take up space, permission to have standards, permission to say no, permission to be unavailable, permission to be expensive. And every time you ask for permission, you're reinforcing the belief that you need it. The woman who has it all stopped asking long ago. She raised her prices. She didn't explain herself. She had set her boundaries, and she did not apologize. She became unavailable, and she didn't justify it. She didn't wait to feel worthy. She decided she was, and she moved accordingly. Here's what I see constantly: women trying to build empires alone because asking for help feels like weakness. The woman who has it all, she has a team, a big one. She has people managing her calendar, her inbox, her home, her children, her business operations, her social media, her travel, even her wardrobe. She's not doing it all herself and pretending she is on Instagram. She understood early that her time is more valuable asset. The most valuable asset that she has, and she protects it ruthlessly by delegating everything that doesn't require specific genius. Meanwhile, you're researching the best CRMs and trying to figure out your own bookkeeping and batch cooking methods and managing your own calendar. And she's paying people to do all of that so she can focus on the decisions that actually build wealth for her. She doesn't glorify the grind, she glorifies support. She doesn't feel guilty about it because she knows that every hour she spends on tasks someone else could do is an hour she's not spending on becoming the most powerful version of her. The woman who has it all is not accessible. You can't just DM her and get a response. You can't just book 30 minutes on her calendar for free. You can't speak to her to pick her brain over coffee. Her time is precious. Her energy has a price, and her proximity is pricey too. She doesn't feel bad about any of it. So while you're saying yes to everyone and everything because you don't want to seem rude or unapproachable, she's saying no to almost everyone because she understands that access to her is the product. She's not on every platform. She's not responding to every comment. She's not available all hours. She built a fortress around her energy and only lets in what elevates her. You're still leaving the gates open because you're afraid people will call you cold. You think she's always been confident, that she's always walked in the rooms like she owned them. But she hasn't. She decided to. The difference between you and her is not that she doesn't feel fear or doubt, it's that she moves anyway. She doesn't wait to feel confident before she acts. She acts and the confidence builds as evidence accumulates. You're waiting to feel ready, and she's been ready because she decided she was ready. Every time you wait for certainty, you're programming your somatic architecture to believe you're not capable without it. Every time she moves without certainty, she's teaching her body that she can handle whatever comes. Confidence isn't a prerequisite, it's a byproduct. I want you to lock in on that. The woman who has it all is not trying to maintain relationships with people who don't elevate her. She's not on the phone with a friend who's always in crisis. She's not entertaining the family member who questions her choices. She's not staying in the group chat where people complain about money. She's curated her circle with the same precision she curated her investment portfolio. Because she understands that you become the average of the five people you spend the most time with, she refuses to be averaged down. While you're trying to be loyal to people who knew you when you were small, she's building relationships with people who only know her as powerful. She didn't abandon her roots, she just stopped letting them define her altitude. The woman who has it all spends money without guilt. She buys her first class ticket. She stays at five-star hotels. She wears the designer clothes. She invests in high ticket coaching. She hires the expensive attorney. She drives a luxury car. And she doesn't post about it with some disclaimer about how she normally doesn't do this or how she's treating herself. She doesn't treat luxury like a reward for good behavior. She treats it like a baseline because she understands that energy of scarcity and the energy of wealth cannot coexist in the same body. So while you're flying economy to be responsible, she's in first class having conversations with people who are about to change her life. While you're staying at the budget hotel to save money, she's at the property where deals are being made at the bar. While you're wearing the clothes you don't love because they're a good deal, she's wearing what makes her feel good, what feels powerful, because she knows that's what matters. She's not reckless, she's strategic. She knows that the woman who acts wealthy becomes wealthy. The woman who has it all is not likable to everyone, and she's fine with that. She's polarizing. She's intimidating and she makes people uncomfortable. She doesn't soften herself to make others comfortable. She doesn't dim her light. She doesn't play small so others around her feel safe. She chooses power over popularity, and power compounds. Popularity doesn't. So while you're trying to be relatable, she's being remarkable. While you're worried about offending someone, she's making moves that will offend many and transform few. And while you're posting content that everyone agrees with, she's saying things that make people choose a side immediately. She understands that if everyone likes you, no one loves you. And love is what builds empires. So, baby, you don't need another strategy. You don't need another morning routine. You need to stop asking for permission and start taking what's yours. Hire support and stop glorifying doing everything alone. You need to build boundaries and stop being accessible to everyone. You need to move before you feel ready and stop waiting for confidence to arrive. Remember, it's a byproduct. You need to curate your circle and stop being loyal to people who keep you small. You need to spend like her and stop apologizing for wanting beautiful things. You need to claim the power and stop worrying about who you'll make uncomfortable. The woman who has it all, she isn't special. She's just unwilling to stay small. And the moment you become unwilling to do so, everything changes. This is a post inside of the Stillwell Society. It's about 2,000 women who don't ask for permission. We are master manifestors. We're really into self development. And if you enjoyed this, maybe you will enjoy being a part of the community.